Welcome to Parev-TV. We are joined by Rafi Krikorian, a good friend, Wall Street executive, a parish council chairman at St. Mary's Armenian Church. And we agreed to discuss with Rafi life at an Armenian church during the pandemic, the coronavirus pandemic. And obviously, we're very concerned. President Trump announced that he would like to see the churches open or give them permission to open. And the day-to-day operation is something very important for me and for many, many faithful. Rafi, you are in the forefront of the church's life as a parish council chairman. This is your second year. I don't think you were expecting situations such as this, but you are one of those who can survive it under any condition. And tell us, what is the experience like so far with the church's life and also the financial aspect of the church?
Thank you, Vartan, for having me on Parev-TV. I just want to thank you for your years of service for the radio and Parev-TV and our newsletter. May God give you strength to continue as you have.
Thank you.
So as far as your question regarding the church and our community, clearly this COVID-19 was unexpected and threw a monkey wrench in our plans. We had quite a few events scheduled for the spring and after post-year end, which have been quite a challenge, or actually they've all been canceled, I should say. And with that, clearly the financial side has suffered. So with attendance not being there, with donations declined, the church has been under pressure. So we've taken advantage of government programs and specifically the PPP, and to help us a little bit. But certainly I am looking forward to normalcy, to reopening the churches. I really miss our congregation. The family of St. Mary is small, and we all know each other, and we keep in touch. So one of the things that, just like you with this Zoom interview, our parish has tried to keep in touch. Our priest, Father Arakel, has been conducting Zoom meetings to keep in touch with all of our parishioners and the groups and the organizations, to keep them engaged, to keep them connected. The one thing that I would like to see or start is, with kids being at home, is to engage and create youth groups and conversations just to connect the kids that are going to Armenian school and Sunday school to reconnect, and ACYOA juniors to reconnect and continue that relationship, and not to think that, okay, all the lines have been cut off and then we have to restart. I'm really focused on the next generation, as you know, as you have done, Vartan, in the radio. The next generation of youth are the generation that is going to carry the torch going forward.
Rafi, each and every Sunday for the past 2 months, we turn on the computer and or iPads and iPhones and follow the different badaraks, different parts of the world. We definitely follow St. John Armenian Church. I think it's in Detroit area. We follow Holy Trinity Armenian Church in the Boston area. And these are the two major ones that have been able to reach very effectively, very efficiently with their choirs and organists and deacons. And it has really kept our spiritual life continuing. Churches like St. Mary is a smaller church, and it has its parishioners. And St. Mary's has done its share, or is trying to do its best to broadcast the Badarak and the sermon of Der Arakel. And we have had Yeretskin in the choir. I know you were there on Sundays trying to help the broadcast on FaceTime, if I'm not mistaken. Tell me, what is this experience like, and what could be used to promote that service?
We've actually broadcasted on Facebook and on YouTube. We've trying to reach as many people as possible. The beauty of those two services is that the services are recorded. People who couldn't make it on Sunday morning to watch us can view the recording. We've also used Facebook's boost the post function, which costs a few bucks to advertise, and actually presents to the people in the area the St. Mary and the St. Mary recording of the Badarak. So it's sort of it's a marketing, it's a money-making proposition for Facebook, but it certainly meets our needs to engage and people, Armenian people who are interested in the Badarak, to watch it. And we've had as many as 500 views of certain videos of the Badarak.
Beautiful.
And I am hoping that the people who have viewed those videos would, hopefully they're impressed and they're not too far and they would come and visit us.
What qualities in men are you looking for at this time of a pandemic? You are an executive in Wall Street, you manage people, but in this case, in the community, what qualities will be great to have to work with to overcome this stage in life?
The qualities of the people we're looking for, as you know, Bartan, we're looking for consistency, reliability, dedication, and pride in their work, whether it's volunteer or non-volunteer. It doesn't matter what the circumstance is, and that consistency in the deacons, in the choir, in the person doing the videos of the broadcasts, they're all really important to come together. Just like the radio with the deadline, we have a deadline, and we try to meet that deadline as best possible with the technology circumstances that sometimes have been challenging, of course.
What is your message to the members of the community who will be maybe watching this video, this interview, and the community in general? Is there a specific message for St. Mary parishioners you would like to make, and or in general?
The message to St. Mary parishioners and all Armenians, really, the church needs you. I think this is the time that, there is hope, there's prayer, there's looking into the future. We really need our parishioners and our faithful to come back to church, to attend regularly, and to help us, to encourage us. The events that we hold are really the only adrenaline that we get is when we see a lot of people at the event, and it's something, it's our reward, because clearly 99.9% of us are volunteers, and we'd like to see our fruits of our labor to succeed.
Rafi, you're the quintessential team player. That's a compliment I can give you. And I really appreciate all the support you give the radio, you give the church, you give your friends. And anything else in closing?
I want to make sure that, it's not just the church, it's all of our organizations. They all need our support. Our Armenian community is what's kept us together, is the church or the organizations that bind us together. It's really important to thank them for their efforts. It's really important to send the donations. It's really important to appreciate the efforts that people like Vartan are doing, like people like the organizations like APO and the engineering societies and all those, the shushi, the diocese, your local church, the organizations that you belong to or don't belong to, sign up. Belong now. It's an effort to keep us together. And actually, Vartan and I have gray hair, a lot of gray hair. So I would like to really encourage the young people, the parents, to encourage the young people to join in, to bind their kids, their children to the Armenian community, so that these communities do not die after our generation is gone.
Thank you very much, Rafi Krikorian. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you, Vartan.